What's up, guys? It's Steve here at DizNE. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be talking about some Marvel Cinematic Universe stuff, specifically WandaVision. Now, before I get into this video, I do want to put it right out there. There is a spoiler alert. We're going to be going back to Age of Ultron, going through Infinity War to Endgame, and then through the current TV show on Disney+, WandaVision, starring Paul Bettany and Elizabeth Olsen as the titular characters, Vision and Wanda Maximoff. So, before we get in there, this is going to be something that we try to do weekly. We will come to you with movies, TV shows, all things about Disney, whether it be the MCU, the Star Wars universe, or a regular Disney thing, such as upcoming films like Cruella. And we're going to be bringing all our opinions, our excitement, and our fan theories to you. So, get your popcorn, get your root beer ready. Let's dive into WandaVision. So, before I start, I want to once again reiterate that we are having a spoiler alert. So, this is a video that is for the common fan and the more advanced fan. We're going to dive into some fan theories, so if you're really into those, we're going to talk about them. We're going to talk about that crazy reveal at the end of the most recent episode of WandaVision. The 7th episode of the season, titled Breaking the Fourth Wall. We are really excited for that. That end of episode reveal is unbelievable. It was expected and somehow still blew our minds here. We cannot wait to get into it. But for those of you who are new to the MCU, let's refresh. Both Wanda and Vision were introduced in Avengers Age of Ultron. Vision is a synthetic being. He is made of vibranium, which is a mythological metal in the Marvel Universe, found mostly in Wakanda. That's where Black Panther takes place. And he is a sentient being brought to life by the Mind Stone, one of the Infinity Stones. Wanda is a twin that has been experimented on and has now gained telepathic powers and can control minds, reality, and is very much in her own way like the Reality Stone of the Infinity Stones. Vision was brought to life because of Ultron's existence. He was designed as a protector for Earth, wound up becoming an Avenger. He was previously Jarvis, Tony Stark's AI butler, that kind of took care of his house and all of a sudden became a superhero. It's a very cool idea and a really cool character. So, carrying on, what you need to know is that in Avengers Infinity War, Thanos comes to Earth and is hunting, well, the universe, and hunts down the Infinity Stones, one of which is lodged in Vision's forehead. So, at the climax of the movie, when Thanos has now reached Earth, there's a big battle in Wakanda. Vision and Wanda, who are in love, they've been together, they fell in love, they've become a couple, make the heartbreaking decision that in order to save the universe, Wanda has to kill Vision and destroy the stone in his forehead, thus killing Vision. She is successful in doing this until Thanos uses the Time Stone, reverses time, and proceeds to rip it out of Vision's head himself and taking the stone as his own. That leads to Avengers Endgame, when post-blip, as the snapping is called in the MCU, Hulk gets his hands on all the stones, snaps everybody who had been snapped out of existence back into existence, and in an epic moment, we see our previously disintegrated heroes walk through the portals that Doctor Strange summons and return to us in this climactic fashion. Sadly, Vision is not among them. So, we end with Wanda coming back, fighting Thanos, holding her own, showing her power, and then the movie kind of ends, and we know what happens at the end. Those of you who don't, spoiler alert, we lose Tony Stark. And that is where we ended the MCU. At that point, we got Spider-Man Far From Home after that, but didn't really see too much of the continuity with the MCU other than him dealing with Tony Stark's death. Now comes WandaVision. And we join Wanda in this strange 1950s style TV show where the whole show is black and white, her life's in black and white, and suddenly Vision's there. Vision is alive. Vision's back from the dead with no explanation and really no reference to what has happened. As the show progresses, we see Vision and Wanda's life change by decades. So we've seen them go through the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and then in the most recent episode, we saw a very modern family-style episode titled Breaking the Fourth Wall, where she sat and they spoke to the camera in that kind of docu-style thing that Modern Family, The Office, all them made popular. So that is kind of where you need to know, for those of you who are casual, like really new to the MCU, that's where we're at. A previously dead character is now alive. And it seems like the people of Westview, the overall kind of point and the mystery of the show is what is happening in this world of Westview. What did Wanda do? Did Wanda do anything, first off? And what's happening? Because there's this little town that seems too good to be true, where Wanda's happy, Vision's happy, they're together, they're alive, and then they have children. And you can see throughout the show little hints at the beginning. We see the colors come back. We see little breaks in the reality. Then we saw Monica Rambeau, her appearance, and her mind kind of getting juggled back and forth between what's reality and what's not. And we saw the reality breaking for Wanda. And we've realized that something is amiss in Wanda's universe. And I don't want to dive too much into the spoilers for those of you who haven't seen the show yet. But for those of you who have, we're going to jump right into season 7, or episode 7, I apologize. And we're going to talk about it right now because this was an unbelievable show, guys. This was unreal. First off, you have the storyline with Darcy and Vision together. Now, I'm a huge Darcy Lewis fan. I think she's just a phenomenal character. So funny, so fun. Vision bringing her consciousness back, that was a huge part. Now we know that there's a man on the inside or a woman on the inside aiding Vision. You have S.W.O.R.D. What is their end game? Why are they tracking Vision? We know that Monica and Jimmy, or Agent Wu as he's lovingly called by his colleagues, is they figured out that S.W.O.R.D. was trying to bring Vision back to have a sentient weapon under their control, which explains why that commander is kind of obsessed with Vision. We see these sub-storylines happening. We see the ramifications of Wanda's actions on the outside of the Hex, which has now grown from the previous episode. What we don't know is what's up with Wanda, because in the episode she openly states to her now 10-year-old children that their uncle isn't really their uncle, that she has no idea what's going on, and then she states to the camera that she's losing control of a world she doesn't remember creating. We get the reveal at the end of the episode that some of the glitches, we'll call them, in Wanda's reality aren't Wanda's fault, because Agnes, the lovable neighbor, played amazingly by comedian Kathryn Hahn, is actually Agatha Harkness, the witch from the comic books, which was a mind-blowing reveal, even though it's been rumored for weeks, really, that that's who she was. And yet still, when it came time and she showed that really amazingly done sequence of the song with Agatha and all the problems she caused, I was blown away. I was really stunned. I really had they're having so much fun writing WandaVision. They're having so much fun with the story. It's truly the best 30 minutes of television I've watched maybe in my life. So let's go forward and let's talk about what's going to happen next. What do we think is going to happen next? And that's where fan theories come in, because none of us know, but we love to guess. The big belief is that Agatha is not working alone. She is working with Mephisto, the Marvel incarnation of the devil. There was a belief for a while that Wanda might have sold her soul to the devil in order to bring back Vision. It's looking less likely that that's what's going on. But if you look at comic canon, her children are pieces of Mephisto. So you have to wonder if that's still going to be in play, or if Agatha is kind of taking a dual role in this show as both the Marvel Devil and Agatha Harkness. And if she's going to play kind of a similar role for both and just kind of combine two characters into one. The question becomes, what happens next? Where are we going from here? And there's a lot of rumors, there's a lot of ideas. We saw Monica Rambeau go back through the hex, back through the wall that kept her out. It dissolved the space machine, it turned it into a truck, and we watched Monica walk through it and gain powers and become what we believe to be Photon, her comic book accurate superhero persona. Now, we haven't seen regular people really become superheroes in the MCU. It's kind of, Captain America did it through the serum, but she did it through going through this hex. Another super has now given power to someone else inadvertently. There's big belief that Monica Rambeau is going to play a big part in Captain Marvel 2 and be a, kind of like a 1-in-1A kind of fighter with her and become the next part of the Avengers. So that's part one. Part two, we're talking about what's going on with Wanda and Vision. Will Vision die if he leaves the Hex? Now, a few episodes ago, we saw him get torn apart literally by leaving. So one can only assume he cannot leave that Hex. He is made there, he is grounded there, and that's another reason why people think that Mephisto, the devil of the MCU, is behind this, is that he has bound Vision to that place. And that's why Wanda is so protective of it. If Vision leaves or is removed, Vision dies. I don't know that to be fact. That's a theory. Nothing I say going forward is even fact until it either proves to be or is proven wrong. I don't know. Now, I've read theories also that Wanda may wind up being the next big bad of the MCU. We saw Quicksilver make an appearance, but it wasn't the Quicksilver that we saw in Age of Ultron. It was Evan Peters' Quicksilver from the X-Men. So the question remains is the multiverse something we're going to explore in WandaVision? Because we know the next movie that ties directly to WandaVision, it goes WandaVision to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So at some point we figure that Wanda will tear a hole in the universe and that's the theory that how the X-Men are going to come into the MCU. So is Evan Peters' Quicksilver actually Quicksilver from another universe, or is he a manifestation by the devil Mephisto? I don't know. It's going to be really exciting to find out though, guys. I am really excited about what's going on in WandaVision. Could we see Wanda become the next villain of the MCU? Heartbreaking as that would be, we've seen Elizabeth Olsen as Scarlet Witch show that intimidation, that danger, where she told Monica to leave. She didn't want her there anymore. She blew her through a wall and out into the real world. We've seen Wanda's dangerous side when she threatened the S.H.I.E.L.D. people. Chills, right? Chills right down your spine. It was amazing. It's an amazing piece of acting on the part of Elizabeth Olsen. She has taken Wanda to levels that I didn't think she could take her. That character is unbelievable. Guys, we have 2 episodes left of WandaVision. We're going to be talking about it a lot here at Disney, at this segment, our popcorn and root beer segment. Guys, I am so excited, and I really want to hear from you guys as well. I want to hear what you guys think, your fan theories, your ideas of what's happening to the MCU. Is this the end of the MCU as we know it, and is this now going to become a multiverse-style universe, I guess. Yeah, multi-universe, right? Where we're going to see much more space travel, time travel, reality travel even. What is next? Because all I can say is I know we have Falcon and the Winter Soldier coming up. We have Hawkeye coming up. And then we have my personal, I am so excited for Loki. Tom Hiddleston back as Loki, the God of Mischief. It's going to be unbelievable if all the shows hold up to this standard. And guys, I think this was really important that Marvel come out and on their first try, knock it out of the park, because this was a real experiment. This is an experiment like we've never seen before. This is a studio that has decided to say, television and movies are no longer independent of each other, we're merging them. You need to watch one to understand the other. And in my opinion, they have crushed expectations with WandaVision. This is the best television show I have ever watched. And I've watched a lot of television. I love WandaVision. Guys, again, drop some comments. Let us know. Follow us on Instagram. We are Diz_New England on Instagram. Right here, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave comments. We want to hear your thoughts on the MCU. What's next? What do you think Agatha Harkness is up to? What do you think Wanda's up to? What do you think is going to happen next? Because we don't know. We can only guess. But that's the fun of it. Guys, I'm really excited about this. I hope you guys are too. And we hope here at Disney, we can bring you content constantly that engages you, is fun for you, and makes you want to be a part of this. This is not just our show, it's your show. So be a part of it. Let us know. Let us hear from you. We thank you so much for your time, for your audience. Give us a like, give us a subscription. On Facebook, we're Diz-NE. Give us a follow there. We hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed the show. I'm sorry for my rambling and my excitement. This is what I love. I love the MCU. I love movies. I love television. This is going to be, these last 2 episodes, I am so excited and so upset that this is the end. So I really hope you enjoyed it. Please have a great day, night, week, and I'll see you again real soon. Take care.